You're going to go ahead and enter the NPI and then click continue. We'll run the NPI against the NPPS database, and we will populate whatever information is on there. So whatever address they have on file, all that good stuff, we will pre-populate it. And from there, you'll be able to actually view a list of payers on the screen, just like this. Okay, this is exactly what it's going to look like. So ClaimMD will actually pre-populate a recommended list because we have, close to 5,000 payers on our list. We're going to, pre-populate this list for your state. So for this example, it's for the state of Texas, but it's going to be an example for your state. So a lot of your state's common payers. And you'll see that a lot of them don't even require any enrollment for claims. I'm actually viewing these payers under claim enrollment. We have a service menu right here next to the search engine where you can view the ERA or eligibility enrollment requirements for any payer. Okay, so as you can see, under claim enrollment, most payers will not require any claim enrollment. However, there are some that do. For example, Railroad Medicare will always require claim enrollment. TRICARE regions will always require claim enrollment. And Medicare will as well. Not all Medicaid, but most of them. Okay, so basically the gist of it is most commercial payers don't require claim enrollment, and most government payers like Medicare, they do. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you would like to enroll for ERA, every single payer will require an ERA enrollment step, okay? Because the payer needs to know where to send your ERA, and you're letting them know, hey, ClaimMD is my new clearinghouse, send my remits here. So you will receive them electronically in your account. The provider is receiving the remits now, that's going to be switched over to ClaimMD, so to speak. So I'll just take a look at one of these enrollments, for example. Some of these are quick enroll, and what you need to do is you'll need to click on the quick enroll link and click OK to confirm the electronic enrollment. If the provider is receiving remits in another clearinghouse, they might receive like an email with like a change of vendor letter or something like that the old clearinghouse will actually send to confirm that you're switching over to us. That happens sometimes. So keep an eye out for that. If you're the person in here completing the enrollments, that email may go to you. So that can happen. It's called a COV, or change of vendor letter. Okay, so sometimes payers do send those out to the provider just to confirm. They're saying, hey, are you really switching over to ClaimMD is basically, what they're saying, and you confirm that. So I'm just going to take a look at this enrollment, ERA enrollment, for example. This one's just a pre-filled form that you're going to print out. All of your provider information will be pre-filled on there, okay? For this example, EFT enrollment is required, so Aetna's saying, hey, go all electronic or not at all. So if you wanted to have ERA, Aetna wants EFT enrollment issued as well. So you would have to actually put your bank information on this one here. There's a little block for that. And another thing that's important, since this is not a new enrollment, let's say that the provider is currently receiving Aetna remits in an old clearinghouse, this would be a change enrollment because you're letting them know, hey, I'm changing over to ClaimMD. Okay, so yeah, reason for submission, you might see these on different forms. Every single payer has different enrollment instructions though, okay, so keep that in mind. But you might see a reason for submission on a form, and they'll give you a few options. It'll say new enrollment, change enrollment, and you're going to choose change enrollment if the provider is currently receiving remit. I'm just going to take one payer. So I'm going to pretend I'm a provider, and I have a list of payers, and Aetna is on the top of my list. So I'm going to come into ClaimMD. I'm going to go to the provider enrollment screen, and I'm going to look for Aetna just by themselves. So here they are on the recommended list, or what I can do is I can type in their payer ID. their payer name. But I recommend payer ID because, look, if I type in Aetna, look at all that. Payer ID. There's my payer. Okay? So I'm going to look under the free services. So for claim enrollment, Aetna doesn't require any enrollment. You know what that means? I don't have to do anything to submit claims to this payer. I can come into ClaimMD right this moment and send out an Aetna claim. There's no claim enrollment. However, I need to enroll for ERA. So let's take a look at the ERA enrollment instructions. Okay, so for this payer, I'm going to have to print these out, like I said, attach a bank letter or voided check for the EFT section, put my bank information, choose change enrollment on the form, make sure it's signed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fax this over to ClaimMD, okay, because ClaimMD is going to take care of the rest of that step for you. Okay, and then I'm going to look at the eligibility enrollment for this payer. I'm going to go ahead and enroll for eligibility. That way, I can go over here to eligibility and start checking patient eligibility in ClaimMD. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to get a list of your payers together, and you're going to come in here and you're going to see what the requirements are for each of them. So like I said, most commercial payers, they don't care what clearinghouse you're using. You can send a claim out to them right now. Okay. Medicare is a different story. So that really depends on what your specific payers are. And other than that, you'll be enrolling for ERA with each one of your payers. Everyone's a little bit different. As you can see, I'm just going to use Humana as another example. Some of these are third-party enrollments. Okay, these enrollment instructions are totally different from those pre-filled forms. If you ever come across one of these, what I recommend that you do is you either copy and paste these instructions onto a blank document, or you know what some of my clients do? They just take a picture of it with their cell phone, which I think is a great idea too. Yeah. You know what I mean? That way you have the instructions when you're in this website. You're not like clicking back to ClaimMD or anything like that. So yeah, everybody's a little different, but I'm certainly here to help you if you run into any questions as you are going through this step. First time the claims come into the system, they're going to be held on your managed claims screen.
Okay.
Okay, so before this was blank, but I just uploaded this file here. Okay, so here they are on my managed claims. 53 claims are waiting for user approval to transmit. Let's just look at those claims. These were all scrubbed by ClaimMD, and we're saying, hey, they're clean, they're ready to go. Go ahead and send them off to the payer. I'm just going to click on one of them, just so you can see at the very bottom here. The rendering provider doctor information will already be attached to the claim. So you shouldn't have any reason to actually add them to the system unless you're going to be manually typing them in ClaimMD. All the information should already be on the form. Okay? So I'm just going to send these off. 53 claims waiting for user approval to transmit. Now they've been marked to transmit. That means their processing will transmit shortly to the payer. Okay? We just have these rejected claims to look at here. I can certainly fix a rejected claim in ClaimMD. So I can click on the claim to get in the form. And let's pretend I don't understand why this is rejected. Let's say, hey, that is the correct ID number and whatnot. I can get some help on this claim, actually. I can click the yellow Get Help button and submit a support request. Say, I don't understand this rejection, please advise, anything like that. You can get online support via support tickets. But the best way to get one from a claim is to click on that yellow button at the very top. That way your whole claim will be attached to your ticket. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's a really very effective tool for you to use for future reference. Okay? I'll just show you a couple more things on a claim. So, like I said, you can actually view your claim, click on it to get in the form, and there's a few things you can do. You can archive a claim. Let's say, for whatever reason you need to delete or archive this claim, I can do that. There's a little button down here. There's another little button here that says Show History and Notes, the bottom right here. If I click on that, it'll show the whole claim history, the date, time it was even uploaded, the payer acknowledgement, anything like that. I can even add a note to any claim. So I can add a reminder. Let's say I'm waiting for payment. I can add, a payment reminder for 30 days or whatever, however long you think you need to set it out for. You can also use this printer icon from a claim. Print the claim with the form, claim history, and EOB if it's attached, or even an appeal request. Let's take a look at that. Create a PDF. So if you ever need to appeal a claim, just use the printer icon. Okay, you can print out a number of things. Our appeal request is actually writable within ClaimMD, so I can actually complete my appeal reason here.
Oh, nice. I like this.
Okay. Yeah. And it's printed out, and it's all attached. The claim history, the EOB. Like if you're getting ERAs through ClaimMD, the ERA will be attached to that claim. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So definitely real good stuff. You can also send out secondaries through ClaimMD. So let's say you sent off a primary claim, and now you need to build a secondary insurance. What you can do is, I'm going to pretend one of these claims is one of them. Let's say this is the primary claim.
Mm-hmm.
You would locate the primary claim and click on it to get in the form, and then all you would do is change this box to secondary, and it'll give me that secondary information, and that's all I need to add. Okay? And I can transmit this secondary claim off to the payer, and all of the primary information will be attached to the claim because it was sent through ClaimMD, and I'm receiving ERA. So they'll get the EOB and everything there. Pretty easy.
Yeah,
okay? So that's basically how you're going to manage your claim. Once you start receiving ERA in ClaimMD, this is where you're going to find it in your little View ERA tab. This is where you'll see all your remits here. Okay. You can view the whole remit, so the full ERA. You could even single out a patient, print this off. Like I said, that little printer icon does different things from different screens, so we can actually print out the ERA if I wanted to. And if your billing software actually supports the 835, you could actually download this and upload it into the billing software and auto-post these payments onto the patient's account. Okay, so I'm not sure if that's something that your billing software supports, but if it does, we have that capability. So as you can see, we have a couple options for how you can upload files. You could do it manually. You could come into ClaimMD and upload them manually, from pick up the file where it's saved or whatever. Or, like I said, you could add an SFTP and just have them automatically dump your claims into ClaimMD and move forward that way. Once they're in here, you'll certainly have to manage them further, meaning you'll have to come in here and, manage your rejections or anything like that. So we also have a reporting feature. So this is just going to show me my past 30 days, my bill charges, or anything that I choose from this drop down here. I'm just going to show an example. This is bill charges by payer for the past 30 days. Here's all my different payers here. You can see I can also choose a specific day. Let's say I'm looking for a date in the past. I can choose other and look up a specific day for bill charges. As I get more and more claim activity, they will be stored by separate months. Okay, so for example, this little interactive graph is not going to be here forever. Okay, like a month from now, all of your claims are going to be stored, but you can find them in your reporting. Okay, so we can go to, back in January or wherever you're looking, because this is where all of it's going to be archived. Your data never goes anywhere. It's basically here forever, okay? As long as you have a ClaimMD account. And we even have archive accounts as well. But anyways, there's some other information you can see here. I'm just going to show you like claim activity for the past 30 days. It'll show any sent claims, any rejected claims, so you can even single it out that way. Few different options here. These are all printable from the system as well. Like I said, this little printer icon does a lot of different things. I'm just going to choose Aetna. Here's all my claims here. Let's say I want to print this out. ClaimMD will actually auto total all those claims for me. So these are pretty neat little reports. This is also exportable out into an Excel spreadsheet. Okay. We also have our eligibility service. Like I said here, you can come in here and check patient eligibility. So you would have to enroll. For demonstration purposes, I am enrolled with all these different payers here. There's a couple payers that do have a per transaction fee. For example, there's this Colorado Medicaid, 20 cents each. So there might be a couple of them that do. You can find those in the provider enrollment as well. It'll be anything indicated with an asterisk. So at the very bottom of the screen when you're in here, it's going to say, hey, anything with an asterisk indicates a 20-cent transaction fee applied.
Okay.
So like for eligibility for TRICARE, if I want to go check patient eligibility, they're going to charge me 20 cents a pop. Okay? So that way you'll know as to whether or not you want to actually partake in that service. We also have our search engine here. This is going to help you narrow down some fields here. Let's say you're searching for one patient. You can use that patient name. And we'll bring up any data associated with that patient. Your account settings. We do have claim grouping available. So let's say you have more than one biller and you each want your own claim group. You can certainly group your claims either by billing NPI or what have you. You can actually make some different grouping in here. So let us know if you ever would like to do that. We'll give you further information on how to set that up. Okay. Support tickets. So like I said, if you ever have a claim issue, go ahead and find that claim and click on the yellow Get Help button at the top of the claim.
Pretty simple.
That way your whole claim is attached to the ticket, right? And we can help you so much better that way. We also offer missing ERA support. So let's say that you are missing an ERA. You're expecting a remit to be returned and it didn't return for whatever reason. It does happen. We would need you to actually open a missing ERA ticket.
Okay.
And supply us with a check or EFT number here. That way we can continue a ticket with the payer and do investigation on your behalf and see what's going on with your remit or if any further action needs to be taken. But you can also use these support tickets as any other general issue. Okay, it's a good way of getting help. So like I said, you can add an SFTP user. Your account does come with 2 users included. SFTP user is not considered part of the per user rate because that's only used for file transfer.
Okay.
So there would be you and another person included in the monthly subscription, and anybody after that is an additional $10 a month.
Okay. Okay.
You can make your invoice payment from your account. You can set your card to auto charge, anything like that. And we are basically back here at provider enrollment.
There she says.